What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 24, and we start today's episode off by seeing that Joleon Lescott is going to be out for 5 days after he picked up a knock in the game against QPR. I didn't really see where that happened, but clearly he did, so there you go. But as you can see, he was just a little bit tired, really. He was okay for this game against Leicester, but I did rest him just in case I might exacerbate the injury. But as Leicester did come to the Hawthorns here in the Barclays Premier League, of course, the last game was that 2-0 victory against QPR, and I said in that game I was pleased to bounce back, but the reality was we played very, very poorly, and I think we've started to run out of steam a little bit. You know, we got away with that win against QPR. They played so much better, they just didn't take their chances, and as you can see, Leicester sitting in 19th place here. You know, these are the teams where, you know, no disrespect, you know, both newly promoted sides, no disrespect, we should be winning these games relatively comfortably considering how well we've done this season. But I think personally we've ran out of steam a little bit. You know, we've run out of steam at the wrong time as well, just a few games to go in the league, and of course the FA Cup semi-final, which is in today's episode as well. We started to run out of steam. We've played a little bit poorly in the game against Stoke, and of course QPR, we lost to Stoke, and you know, we've played a little bit poorly, started to run out of steam a little bit, and we need to start performing. You know, we need a good win, and we need to start showing that, you know, that game against Stoke was just going to be a blip for us. So as Leicester come to town here, we take them on, and the first chance would fall in the 3rd minute as Varela takes the ball around Danny Drinkwater, uses all his pace to beat him, keeps on going. Wonderful run by Varela, who shoots, but it's a great save by Kasper Schmeichel, and Chris Brunt's shot is dragged across the face of goal and is cleared away. So still scoreless, but in the 9th minute, another great chance. Malumbu takes the ball around Sane, gets himself inside. Great chance for Yusuf Malumbu, but again, it's a good save by Kasper Schmeichel, and we failed to make the most of the follow-up chance. So still 0-0 here, but in the 17th minute, Leicester collect the ball. Esteban Cambiasso, the very experienced midfielder, collects the ball, plays it inside towards Danny Drinkwater, who finds Chris Wood, and unfortunately for us, the New Zealand striker Chris Wood, once of West Bromwich Albion, makes it West Bromwich Albion 0, Leicester City 1. So the former West Brom striker does give Leicester the lead here away from home, and you know, I said, you know, I wanted the QPR game to, the Stoke game to be just a blip, and you know, the QPR game we played poorly in, but we still got the win, and we get off to the worst possible start here as Leicester do indeed make it 1-0, and they're showing fighting spirits to try and keep themselves up in this division. And Brown today could have made it 1 apiece here as he put the ball through the legs of Kasper Schmeichel, but the shot was deflected and it did indeed get headed off the line, and it was still 1-0. And on the stroke of half time, Callum Chambers goes on a mazy run down his right hand side, picks out Brown today, but that is an absolutely diabolical finish as it goes wide and out for a goal kick. So really poor finish with me with Brown today there, and it's still 1-0. And outside the first half would finish, and in the second half, Leicester come forward here with Danny Drinkwater finding Nick Powell on loan from Manchester United, who runs forward, spreads it through towards Ochoa, who plays it back to Powell, who strikes it, and it goes just wide of the post and out for a goal kick. So still West Bromwich Albion 0, Leicester 1, but Leicester looking very menacing indeed. But as they get the ball away here, Callum Chambers rolls the ball forward towards Brown today, down his right hand side, picks out Danny Ings, who shoots, but it goes just wide and out for a goal kick. So we just weren't taking our chances, and Leicester had taken theirs. It was still 1-0, and desperation show with a few minutes to go. We kept on launching balls into the box, and eventually we got rewarded because Sado Berahino, who came off the bench, out-jumped Wes Morgan in the air to head it into the top corner, and with 4 minutes to go, made it West Brom 1, Leicester City 1. So true relief here at the Hawthorns, because we hadn't played very well at all. We'd had a few chances, yes, but Schmeichel was in good form, and we just didn't look very confident in front of goal. But finally we got ourselves a chance. I just, you know, 10 minutes to go, I was literally just launching balls into the box, going down the wing and crossing the balls in, and you know, I brought on Berahino. He's not the tallest of strikers or the most physically strong, but even so, he just about managed to out-jump Wes Morgan in the air, headed into the top corner. Kasper Schmeichel stranded, and he makes it 1 apiece. So absolutely delighted that we did eventually get ourselves the equalising goal in this game and make it West Brom 1, Leicester 1. And in stoppage time, as Ings collects the ball, he finds Jordan Abita. Great cross by our left back, and can you say carbon copy? Because Brown today does what Sado Berahino did as well 5 minutes earlier. Out jumps Wes Morgan in the air, who clearly needs to do some work in the gym, getting his jumping back, because clearly he's a bit too slow off the ground. And Jordan Abita's cross picks out Brown today, who heads it into the top corner. Schmeichel again can't keep it out, and it's West Brom 2, Leicester 1. And it was true desperation. We just kept kept on launching balls into the box, but I knew eventually it would work, and it did. So we turned this game on its head with 4 minutes to go, and again, just like the QPR game, we didn't play well. We didn't deserve the win in all honesty, but we were going to get it, because straight from kick-off, the referee blows for full time, and we win the game by 2-1. And poor old Leicester, they thought they were on course for a massive 3 points that could save their season. Instead, we scored 2 headed goals with 4 minutes to go and win us the game. So again, didn't deserve it at all, didn't deserve this game at all, but we still got it, and I'm absolutely delighted. So West Brom 2, Leicester 1, and as well, we've played Leicester, right, 3 times this season. Played Leicester 3 times this season, and in all 3 games, we've scored a last-minute winner with a header. First one, Yannick Vestergaard. Second one, Gamboa. Third one, Brown a day. It's crazy, isn't it? We've played Leicester 3 times, twice in the league, once in the FA Cup, and we've won it each time by a single goal coming in stoppage time through a header. Absolutely ridiculous, but still, we take on Arsenal for the second game of today's episode here, and it is our trip to Wembley, our visit to the capital, to take on Arsenal at Wembley Stadium in the FA Cup semi-final, as Manchester City will take on Championship side Brighton in the other semi-final. And, I've said, the FA Cup has now become our main focus. That's why my first 11 for this team was unbelievably strong. Because, I said this many times before, in career mode, I always tend to play a weak side in the FA Cup, regardless of the round and regardless of the opposition. But now, the FA Cup is my main focus. I want to cause a massive upset, and I want to get us through to the final. So I picked a very strong side. We would have Patrick Roberts starting at right back, though, because I wanted him to run at the left back, Nacho Monreal, and see what he could do. But even so, Arsene Wenger also picked a very strong side himself, because of course he wants to retain this cup. Of course, they won it last year, they are the holders, and his side was very, very strong indeed, featuring Dzeko and Alexis Sanchez, Ozil, Aaron Ramsey, Santi Cazorla. Very, very strong side Arsenal. However, the first chance would fall to us in the 4th minute, as Brown a day collects the ball and finds Cedro Berahino, who scored against Leicester, and as he takes the ball around per Mertesacker, well, Mertesacker is never going to catch up with Berahino in a foot race, and it's no real surprise that Berahino kept on going forward and ended up finessing the ball past Szczesny into the bottom corner, and it's the perfect start at Wembley. No wonder the team celebrate with Berahino. It's his 2nd goal in 2 games, and in a foot race you are never going to see Mertesacker catch up with Berahino. But how about that from a finish by Berahino? He opens up his body, there's no panic, and he just side foots it into the bottom corner, as cool as you like, no pressure, and it's West Brom 1, Arsenal 0. And in the 14th minute it could have got even better. Chris Brunt goes down the left hand side, takes the ball round Debuchy and shoots, but the shot goes just wide the post and out for a goal kick. So still 1-0, but all the early pressure coming to us. But I've got to be honest, in this game Arsenal were very, very subpar, and in the 51st minute we could have made it 2-0 here, with some very nice passing, because as Patrick Roberts finds Callum Chambers on loan from Arsenal, not sure why I was allowed to start in this game, he plays it to Patrick Roberts, who plays it back out wide towards Chambers. Chambers then plays the ball forward towards the run of Yusuf Malumbu, who gets around Laurent Koscielny, the centre-back, gets himself inside, plays it towards Berahino, he finds Hughes, he finds Brunt, wonderful teamwork, but Chris Brunt's shot hits the post and goes behind for a goal kick. So still West Brom 1, Arsenal 0. In the 64th minute you see Debuchy get on the ball and find Jack Wilshere. Wilshere plays it backwards towards the French right back. I give the ball away stupidly with a beater. Wilshere finds Dzeko. Wilshere strikes it, but it's a great block by Lescott, and we just about managed to get the ball away and behind for a corner. But in this game, I got to be honest, Arsenal rarely threatened, and with 10 minutes to go, as they launch a ball into the centre, Lescott gets the ball away. Berahino flicks it on. It comes to Brown a day, and what a chance for Berahino as he rounds Jack Wilshere to make it 2-0, get his 2nd goal of the game. He was brilliant in the first finish for the first chance of this game, but yeah, the less said about that one, the better. I tried to chip Szczesny instead like an idiot. It went straight into the gloves of Szczesny, but still it was 1-0. The last chance fell to Arsenal, which we got the ball away with Yannick Vestergaard, and we held on for a 1-0 victory here at Wembley, and we are coming back to Wembley for the FA Cup final against Manchester City next month. And I've got to be honest, man, I have never played a game where it's been so routine for us to hold on to a 1-0 victory. I mean, Arsenal, other than that one chance which Lescott blocked, was so poor. And it's ridiculous. I mean, I truly believe that Arsenal were going to really, really, really make us work in that game. And in the whole game, they had one shot on target, which actually came from range. I didn't see the point in including it. The best chance fell when the shot was taken by Wilshere and was blocked by Lescott. It was so routine, and I cannot... Arsenal didn't deserve to go through. They were so poor. We were poor ourselves, but we still got through because Arsenal were so goddamn terrible. But still, we are through to Wembley again. We're through to the FA Cup final against City. That will be next month. Really looking forward to that. And as you see me here, the last thing you'll see us do is pick up a youth scout, as we had £1 million to spend, and we send him out to England. So as always guys, a big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the episode, then please leave a like, because it is much appreciated and it really does help my channel out. And I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode very soon.